On to customer service. So first and foremost is rich text control with embedded images. This is actually one of the things I'm very excited about as customer services. One of the main applications that I prefer to implement, or that just happens to be one of the main ones that I often do along with sales and marketing. So the rich text control with embedded images. This is a configurable component, so from a system administrator customizer role, and it's for multi-line rich text input or viewing, and it also allows embedded media. This can be super helpful for customer service agents, when they're managing cases and documenting customer issues, as it allows more editing capabilities in their captures and can allow things like screenshots in line with their descriptions. So oftentimes, if a customer for the organization is providing screenshots of the issues they're having, or has to send proof of damaged, defective products, this can now also be grabbed and inputted right within your case for any of those fields that have the rich text control enabled. And again, that's done from a customizer or system administrator role in the back end that you enable this rich text control or component. Agent suggestions, this refers to both knowledge-based articles and similar cases. So this is AI driven, and it can provide suggestions based on past case content and your current case, as well as historical success rates. So it's analyzing past cases, their resolutions, and what was included in those historical cases to what is being inputted into the current case. So it's really neat AI-driven suggestions to help your agents, because of course you want them to be resolving cases in a timely fashion. So it certainly will decrease the amount of time that those agents have to poke around and find the information themselves. Timeline configuration, so improvements to the timeline, being able to set timeline records to show as expanded by default or not. And that's just something to keep user experience in mind, where usually by default, the activities that are included in the timeline are collapsed, which only gives a snapshot of information. You can enable it that they expand by default so that your CRM users don't have to go through each activity and expand them to actually see what's included in them. It can happen automatically. Also, you'll have the ability to hide status tags, whether things are closed, active, or open, and so on, and disable the what you've missed summary, because that's often just takes up unwanted space on a user's form when they open up an account, a contact, any of that. So for any of you that are used to seeing that what you've missed, where it just kind of has some new activities maybe or posts, you can actually disable that and then just have the user focus on the timeline and whether it needs to be filtered or sorted by newest creation date or newest modified date. This is exciting as it relates to customer service, and I think you can tell I'm excited for a lot of the customer service features in this wave. And this is the Customer Service Workspace app. This is great for allowing multi-session. So if you've ever used Customer Service Hub or the Omni-channel for customer service before, much of the behavior for managing cases and activities in the Customer Service Workspace app module works the same way. So it's pretty similar. Certainly with some exceptions though, to accommodate the multi-session I mentioned and different conversation capabilities. So with this Workspace app, agents can manage multiple cases simultaneously, and I'll show you some previews of that where it's kind of laid out in a tabbed fashion. They can manage email and other case-related activities without losing context of the parent case. So again, it's to help that agent experience that they don't have to hop around and then lose where they started, that they're able to have the multi-sessions, but also do their activities and tracking without losing the context of that parent case they're working on. It will also include a productivity pane for any AI-based suggestions. So I mentioned previously, knowledge articles, similar cases, and other productivity tools. So it's a really good customer service app that allows them to not have to jump around necessarily from screen to screen or open multiple browser tabs themselves. It's actually contained within the application. Just a couple preview snapshots here for this app because it is in preview. You'll notice in the top here where I have a case open, you can still see the tabs at the top of the case to jump around without actually closing out the case that you're working in. And this can be opening up knowledge articles, additional cases, and even in this scenario, having your case view open. So if you're always trying to have that my active or my open cases available, it's within a separate tab, but within the app itself. Also talking about the activities related to your cases. So in this sense, if you have to send out an email to the customer or to another team member, you're still not losing the context of the case, the parent case you were in, as well as any other cases. So you can open that in a separate tab as well. As it regards to email, I did mention the enhanced email experience. So you could also have this as a pop-out instead of opening separately. So the option is there.